Welcome to the training zone. This zone is divided into two sections where you will practice scoring both single swallows and full modified barium swallow studies. The swallow by swallow section must be completed before access to the full study section is granted. The initial screen provides two prerequisite videos that are integral to the learning process. These include a basic overview of how the training zone functions and one short lecture covering the MBSImP scoring rules. It is extremely important that you are familiar with these scoring rules. Accurate scoring often necessitates scoring at specific moments during the swallow or making your score judgment on certain bolus consistencies. If you've not done so already, you will find it helpful to download the MBSImP guide and score definitions to assist with scoring throughout the section. Once each of the prerequisite videos has been viewed in its entirety, select the Enter icon to proceed. You will practice applying impairment scores within the swallow by swallow section. Each component is scored on 20 individual swallows taken from MBSImP protocol studies. This promotes developing a familiarity with the components and scores that is the foundation for reliable profiling of impairment over the course of a full MBSImP study. Selecting any number in the upper right corner of the screen will take you to that specific swallow. The order of working with these is not mandated, nor does each have to be fully scored before moving to another. Due to HIPAA-mandated regulations, there is no audio to accompany the video clips, and you should assume that the cue to swallow occurs at the beginning of the clip. The 17 physiologic components are listed next to the media window. Support links are located along the bottom of the screen. Scoring Help, MBSImP Guide, OI Scoring Rules, which you will learn to apply in the full studies section, and Component Scoring Tips. The menu icon in the upper right corner of the screen includes links to additional supplemental resources based on your MBSImP certification status, including, but not limited to, scoring help resources, technical help, MBSImP patient handouts for clinical use, peer-reviewed scholarly articles specific to the MBSImP tool, and general administrative tools. Operation of the media player is the same as the player in the learning zone and includes a pause play toggle, a slider to advance and reverse the video, frame by frame and slow motion controls, and expand and collapse buttons. These can be used per your preference to review each video. Likewise, the keyboard functions the same as in the learning zone to manage certain controls. The spacebar functions as the pause play toggle, and the left and right arrow keys can be used for frame-by-frame viewing. By holding down the left or right arrow key, you can simulate the slow motion controls. The area below the scoring panel displays the bolus consistency for each individual swallow. Make note of the consistency, as this will determine how you score. If you are unsure, the MBSImP guide provides information on bolus consistencies and associated scoring rules. Based on years of field testing, we've provided hints throughout the training zone to address commonly missed scoring rules and nuances. Hover your cursor above the Hint button to reveal component-specific scoring guideline reminders. Hints will appear frequently throughout the training zone, but are not provided for every component on every video. As such, it is recommended that users reference the MBSImP guide while scoring. Specifically noting when and where to score will be key to accurately judging single swallow scores. When ready to score, choose the desired component in the list next to the media player, and the associated scores will populate to the right. Select the score of choice. Feedback is immediate and states the success of a choice and the exact frame or frames during which the score was assigned. If correct, move on to the next component. If incorrect, resources are provided for review. The View Scoring Tutorial icon navigates to the Scoring Help page. Select the appropriate component to reveal the Scoring Tips document and tutorial videos. Selecting the View Score Animation icon displays the score-specific component animation from the learning zone in the media player window. As such, It is not an exact replica of the fluoroscopy video, but does accurately represent the correct score. Finally, the Component Scoring Tips icon will begin a download of the Component-Specific Scoring Tips PDF. Even if you cannot assess a score, you must select the Cannot Assess icon so that the system tracks your progress. Reminders are provided. Over the course of the training zone, scored components and the success of each are maintained and marked using a system of checks and X's. Scores and progress is retained between sessions so that you can work through the training zone at your own pace, starting and stopping as needed. Each must be scored at least once, however, before access to the full studies within the training zone is granted. On completion of all 20 studies, you are able to open any of the 20 studies and elect to reset the scores via the Clear Scores from this study button. This provides the opportunity for ample review, study, and practice before moving on to the full study section if desired.